It is high.
Voicemails.
Hey! It is far.
Voicemails.
And
Talkin' Yanks voicemail show with BBD and Joez.
Who knows? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Talkin' Yanks voicemail. This is the post-deadline moratorium or whatever, however you say it. I am Joez McFly. That is BBD. We got Grap in the Grappler's Corner. Say what up. Comment Grap in the chat or comment Kem. So I know you're listening.
Comment Grap or comment Kem.
Comment Kem. Oh, comment both.
Grap Kem.
Voicemail app brought to you by you, or a weekly show where we listen to you, and the show is brought to you by you, for you, who you.
Next week you can call in 908-845-5792. For now, trade deadline just happened. We're going to get all our thoughts out, but first, I think we let the people get their thoughts out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
go.
We're letting them run.
Let's rip them. I'm going to drink Jake's coffee.
Matt, Long Island here.
What's good, Matt?
I'm speechless. I'm wordless. You want $100,000 today, or do you want $10 and you hold on to it and you hope it turns into $100,000 in 5 years? Keeping these prospects turns my blood pressure into something that I need to go to the emergency room for. Cashman can go, I don't even know. Just go somewhere. Anyway, Hal, fuck him.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Hey. Listen, I understand the sentiment, and even yesterday after as soon as, because I like to do rapid reaction right after, and I don't care. I don't apologize for it because that's how I felt in the moment, right?
Sure.
And hey, and maybe this voicemail was in that moment as well. I totally agree with you in that moment. I just think that, and the Yankees were looking to acquire different things. I'm happy with Jazz. Some people think I wasn't happy with Jazz because I typed out dog shit deadline, right? I'm happy with Jazz. I'm actually happy with Leiter Jr. I am.
I'm really interested in him.
Very interested. And yesterday, because, we're recording this Wednesday. This
is probably coming out. This is coming out Thursday. I think Thursday.
Hopefully after a sweep.
I have no issue with any of the moves they did make.
Okay.
Like even De Los Santos, like as we're taking a chance on a reliever. He has a cool slider. I think they're going to tell him to throw that more. I can be interested.
Yes.
I have no issue with the moves they did make. Where I ultimately landed is like, man, at least one more move, just period, would have gone such a long way.
Yes, I agree. And I think
we obviously had bigger dreams for the bullpen additions.
The whole starter situation, I get it. But if you think about, let's talk about starters that were moved, right? Flaherty, I no longer blame the Yankees for Flaherty because, hey, you know what? You've seen the medicals. You've seen that he was getting a couple of shots. Those are red flags for you, and you're giving up for what you're giving up for a rental. You know what? You're not willing to take that risk. I respect that. Kikuchi was traded, right? Like, is that really that much of an increase or like makes it a lot better? Maybe not really. Skubal wasn't moved.
No Skubal.
Who else wasn't moved?
Crochet.
Yeah, Crochet wasn't moved. So it's like maybe you could have paid extra for those guys, but how much really? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
More relievers would have been great. Even if you acquire
even if it wasn't like the Tanner Scott, the Urseg, the whatever, that even if it wasn't that level tier, one more reliever, like even if not like a proven like stud in the bullpen, even then, like just one more would have felt so much better. Or like adding the platoon bat for Doogie, or just another bat in general.
It's not a horrible deadline. I'll walk back my statement of saying dog shit, right? I'll admit that because I was
the
emotional.
raw reaction.
It's okay to be emotional, and just like you, I don't blame you. Me and you are on the same boat, Pop. I just we all want the same thing. Anybody that's called in, voicemail, listened to this, commented, been a part of this, we all want the same thing. We want the Yankees to win a World Series, and we just want to improve our chances, dog. So if people get emotional, you know what? Let them be emotional. You're good, Pop.
I know we have others we should be letting. They at least, and of course we're coping. after. Get ahead of that comment.
Always.
Like yes, obviously I'm trying to justify what happened.
Copium all day. I'm high on
They
it.
did the minimum they had to do. They added an impact bat. They think there's more in Jazz than what's been in the big leagues.
I do
So
too.
far, we've seen it.
Yes.
He's change of scenery, getting older, healthy, all of that. Like there's more in there than the back of Jazz's baseball card.
Yes.
They added a bat. They added 2 relievers. Like that. I think going in, we would have said that's like the minimum we need. We would have liked a reliever that's a little more proven. I think they like Mark Leiter. I think you look at his game logs, and the reason his ERA is where it's at is the 4 starts before he went on the IL for a forearm. He got lit up. He had like let's not talk in generalities. I can pull up the actual game log. He went on the IL end of June for a forearm thing. Missed 2 weeks. The 4 starts leading up to that, he pitched. Come on. He went 0.1 innings in a run, 0.2 innings, 3 runs, 1.2 innings in a run, 0.2 innings, 3 runs. In total, that's 3.1 innings, 8 runs. In a 4-game span. Like the rest of that, he's been good. He had an ERA in the low 3s coming into that. He had since then in July he has been shut out. I believe he's up to 8.2 shutout in the month of July.
Yeah.
So with only 1 walk, he's punching tickets. I'm into that. I think they have him just as an 8th inning option immediately.
That's cool. And
Which,
I like that.
in the moment of
Good
the
vibes.
trade, I didn't have that. He wasn't who I was thinking of for that. But
When I looked at his
but they
baseball
do.
savant, I immediately did.
The savant's beautiful.
So I was fine.
And you know they have an adjustment there. De Los Santos has been giving up too many homers, but he has a slider that generates a ton of swing and misses. I think there's the tools there for a little adjustment that Matt Blake will work with, and I think they think he's going to be really good, like more than a 6th inning option. Okay. I think they found something in both of these guys. We'll see. Like there's a world where this deadline was good. We wanted more.
Yeah.
So the reaction is disappointing.
Yeah.
We wanted a hitter who had proven more than Jazz. I don't know if the guy who had proven more than Jazz went.
All right. Well, that's it. And
Let's
it's okay. It's okay to be emotional. It's fine because we're in the moment, and that's fine. It's okay to be reactionary, and then we'll see what happens later. We all want to hopefully be wrong.
Yeah.
About everybody. So
let's hear some more wrong.
Let's hear some stuff.
Our next caller has a thought that we've actually expressed on this show a few times ourselves.
Okay.
How soon until we get the press conference where Cashman says that getting Stanton and Dominguez back is like trading for 2 power bats? Oh, Clark will be here eventually. Ross, Trevino. Let's just rely on that because that's what's worked in the past, and that's why we've won 3 straight World Series championships. Great deadline, guys. Go Yanks.
All right. Well, you know what? I will say this is the copium app, so I'm copium all day. I'm high on it. High on it. And yes, Jason is coming back. Just the presence of Giancarlo, which I think in the at-bats that he's come back, no problem. Okay? He hasn't gotten a hit, but he hasn't looked horrible. So I'm fine with G. And Jazz is a big... I have a dream. You want to hear my dream?
I'd love to hear your dream.
My dream is Jason Dominguez at the leadoff. My dream is, for some reason, and I know Jazz is doing well where he's at right now, but there's a universe where there's like a Jazz Glaber, not Glaber, like a Jazz Volpe 8-9, and then you have all that speed like 8-9-1 to just kind of. Now I don't want Jazz at 9 because I think at 8 because I feel like he has too much pop for that. But just have I have like a nice little epiphany about it.
Yeah, Jazz. There's future play there. He so far is clearly helping for this season. They have stuff on the way. They do have stuff on the way. Like we joke about them saying that the it's like a deadline, and it's fun to say that. How many times have they really tried to say that? I don't think it's been that many times. I think they tried that like in 2019 when they didn't really do anything, and that was and they listened when that wasn't well received. So I don't think they've actually tried to say that before.
Yeah.
or not trying to say before that they don't actually go to that card that often. To a degree, I get why they would, because like that guy is coming back.
Yeah, Clark
But-
coming back is a plus. I don't know what's going on with Efros.
Stanton's here.
Right, Stanton's here. I think that
Dominguez is going to be a
I
part
believe
of
in
this
him.
home stretch.
100%. I think
Stanton gets to face a lefty today as we're recording this, so hopefully by the time
Yes.
this is out, he homered yesterday.
right. Let me see who else is supposed to come back. Who else is supposed to come back?
I can look at what we've got.
I am missing somebody.
They got
Well, you have
relievers,
Birdie,
Hamilton,
which he
Birdie.
has some tools. So
John
like
Birdie's coming back.
he has some tools for you to use. You've got
The other birdie.
the other Nick Birdie, which
Nick
would
Birdie,
be good
who
for
was
the pen.
when he has pitched for the Yankees this year. He's a guy who was punching some tickets. And
You got any other bullpen pieces coming back possibly?
Ian Hamilton on the IL.
I like Hamilton's craziness.
Yeah, there's a chance for that last month. He's finding something.
That'll be cool. And again, the Yankees have an easier schedule the last 2 months with this copium I'm on. The Yankees have a
The
really
August
good- well,
schedule's
yes,
exciting.
where you can be able to like figure it out against bad teams.
No, like we said
They're
last
hot.
week, you have to do really well in August with this bats, like capitalize on it.
I could already see
But
people
let's do
like,
it.
you guys are Yankee shills, man. Listen,
It's like, well, yeah, I'm looking for the positive in what's happening.
what I'm gonna do, bro? All right,
Come-
what I'm gonna do right now, man?
I'd
like,
have-
me, Beebs, like we can't change anything anymore, guys. This is the team we gotta ride with.
It's not.
Have
Like,
the
I'm trying to
copium with me.
rationalize. We're trying to rationalize these things. Figure out
Yeah.
all right, how did they come to this decision?
Yeah,
What do we do from here? That's all we
Yeah.
can really litigate now.
cope with me.
Cope
Let's
with
cope.
us.
So good.
The other piece of cope would be like, all right, we're talking playoff rotation. We know there was almost a Flaherty deal. We know, they were at least interested in adding a starter, and some people had that as a different level of a need at this deadline.
I'm just
than
happy the
others.
Yankees didn't get beat on the trade.
No, not at all.
You know, with that was what concerned me because I felt like the Yankees were afraid to pull the trigger, and I feel like you need that kind of aggressiveness.
yeah.
But the fact that they had the trade basically, and they were just concerned with medicals and said, you know what, we're not going to pursue this any further.
This package is too big for this risk.
I'm okay with that.
Or maybe the concern would be maybe they got too cute on just using it for leverage to lessen the
Too late.
package, and
Too
then
late.
like the
They tried to
Tigers
do
just
that,
don't
yeah.
got time for this. Let's just do the Dodgers deal. Or the Tigers just said like Dodgers prospects must be good, and they did that one. Who knows exactly how it all went down.
Right.
I would have loved Jack Flaherty here. Obviously, some like connections there. Been on Talking Baseball a couple times. Friends with Trevor and at this point Jake. I like Jack Flaherty, the guy, and he's been really good this year. I would have liked him to be part of this playoff formula, but taking account what we've got here, Cole, Heel, they're playoff starters. And I believe in them. Rodon at this point, I believe in. I don't see them using him in a different way. I believe in him to the way he's pitched these last couple starts where it's like they really needed him to step up. He did. I think he will like the moment, all of that. So Rodon's there. That means we're one of Stroman, rehabbing Clark, Nestor. One of them just needs to be in a good spot by the playoffs. The way the Yankees have handled pitching, I believe in one of them to be in a good spot. Like I think the playoffs could be like that rotation works for me. Look at all these other teams and what I don't know how many you can say are for sure in like a significantly more awesome spot. Obviously, some guys have like a two-headed monster at the front, which you could argue Heel is at that level. Rookie, you don't know.
Yes.
There's also a chance like, all right, we don't currently employ any left-handed relievers besides Tim Hill. I know Leiter is a guy who has some reverse split stuff. That's interesting. Does
maybe
Nestor have a chance to kick there? He's
yeah.
done bullpen stuff. He's had success in a role like that. His left-right splits are of note. I won't say I won't say crazy significant, but he has suppressed lefties this year. Like when you come into the playoffs and you need, they're not going to get through the playoffs without having somebody who can get
Okay.
Gunnar, Jordan, Devers, whoever. There's a lefty on these teams that's like, all right, we're gonna need them to get out of this inning. Maybe that's Tim Hill. Maybe that's Nestor gets the inning that two lefties are coming up, and Nestor can be the playoff lefty reliever that's been kicked to the pen. Like I can believe in that, and if Nestor's a weapon as a bullpen in the bullpen role in the playoffs, that helps the whole bullpen situation. I'm interested. I would have done more. I would have loved to do more. I would have been excited about Flaherty being on this team. I would have been excited about adding a Scott.
Guys,
or
there were
but
there were like a lot of teams that should have sold that like didn't like sell. Weird.
What's more disappointing at this deadline, and perhaps just deadlines moving forward, because we might have been able to say similar things a year ago, is I'm more upset with like the CBA allowing the deadline to be like uninteresting or less interesting. Fewer teams feel like they're out of it, so they don't want to trade things. They've, to a degree, like a MLB and the players when they made this CBA were thinking about parity good, which it isn't inherently bad, but roster was also get the people going, and I like when teams are selling and buying, and maybe that's selfish of me because the Yankees are usually on the buying end,
Right?
But I think that on the whole was a mistake in a flaw in this system with expanding the playoffs and all of that. So I think there's reasons to incentivize teams to be really pushing to add, allowing teams the freedom to be like, you know what, we should sell.
Yeah.
It's a flaw in this playoff system and the CBA we set up that this is kind of how it feels like deadlines are just going to go.
For sure. That's good.
Our next caller, I think, called like 2 minutes after the deadline passed, and
Nice.
he had not gotten his hand on any copium yet.
Good.
It's okay. That's why he's here.
I mean, what the hell? New York Yankees not fucking move at that deadline? We have Nestor Cortez, who hasn't done shit. He does a little bit at home, can't fucking pitch on the road. Stroman hasn't been doing shit. And we got fucking Cole with the stomach flu or something. But no, we make no fucking moves at the deadline again. And it's gonna be another shit year. We got Soto for what? Maybe the rest of this year? We don't know. But Brian Cashman has once again decided to fuck the Yankees and their fans over again. Year after year. He needs to fucking go.
Listen, this is the place for you to vent, Pop. That's
the reason we're doing
anybody, yo, listen. Again, guys, if you guys listening to this, Yankee fans complaining. No, listen.
We slept on it. The caller didn't yet.
Also, everybody has a right to feel mad when they just want their team to improve their chances to win a World Series. So let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go. Yeah.
I wanted more. My reaction
more.
after was disappointing. My reaction now is still like, on the whole, this was disappointing, and I wanted more. But
that's fine.
But like I can work with this to an extent. Wanted more.
It's fine. I'm good. All right? And you're good too, Pop. I'm glad you vented that and got that negative energy out. That's what this voicemail's about. Getting the negative vibes out. Now you can let in positive ones.
Yeah,
We'll talk about Yankees doing more moves because right now we can't do anything else later on because we'll see. Yankees better sign Soto. I'll tell you that right now. Let's go.
Yeah, we got a few more on a little more positive note.
That's fine.
Hey guys, this is Evan from Connecticut with the Pinstripe Bugle. Do you guys think that the Yankees struggle to make the big move because every time Cashman calls a team, they want our blue chip prospects such as Dominguez, Spencer Jones, etc. It always seems that we miss out on these players because he's unwilling to move our 1 through 4 prospects. Big fan. Keep up the great work. Love the show. Go Yanks.
See, I thought the same thing too, and I put that out there on the internet yesterday, and people roasted me. Cashman did trade Drew Thorpe.
Drew Thorpe, he was number 3 at the time of the trade, I think.
Right, and he also did trade Agustin.
Yeah, who, like, yes, on the list we have from preseason was 20th, but we were saying when that happened, like, hey, that's out. He gets into the Marlins system, he's number 4 for
Yeah.
them. Like that was a big prospect they traded. He really broke out this year.
I think he was the best prospect traded in the whole
He might
trade
have been,
deadline.
There were
I
no
think.
on Baseball America's top 100 prospect list. None of them were traded, and he seems like a guy who's going to get onto that list next year.
I think part of me feels like there is a part of Cashman that wants to also make sure that he's on the winning end of every deal. And hey, you know what?
You can
That's
get a little
fine.
too caught up in that, but
That's fine. But I'm not trading Jason Dominguez. I believe in Jason Dominguez. Spencer Jones, I'm open to trading Spencer Jones, but maybe they did try to shop him for certain people. Not the people that we heard about. Maybe they tried to shop him for certain people, and those people were like, we need even more for that. And the Yankees were like, no. I'm not willingly trading away Spencer Jones until Yankees have already locked up Soto. If like Yankees lock up Soto long term, Pop, you're either changing positions or we either gotta like move you. Like that's just the business of what it is. It's just too many, not enough spots and or not enough chairs and too many people. So musical chair game. So I think in a perfect world, Cashman would be open to doing it. At least I hope so, man. Because if he's not, then Pop, you gotta like hugging the prospect saying it. And I think what you're referencing is what I was referencing yesterday online on Twitter was stuff like holding on to Clint Frazier for too long, holding on to Andujar for too long, holding on to Florial for too long, holding on for like there's so many other prospects that the Yankees held on for too long that it just feels like, damn, bro, like we could have probably cashed in those chips that probably did not work later on. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always point to every guy has all the prospects they didn't trade or tried to save for the right move that never came. In general, I do think the Yankees do it too much.
Yeah,
but
2017.
But it's when they identify guys that are in that category, which there's just always like two guys that are that every year.
I can't wait to hear Cashman talk because then I'll know.
I
know he's gonna.
He'll have talked by the time this is out. I don't know.
He's gonna talk to the media today.
What time that is? That happened during the game? Is that
That's
right
what I'm
after?
saying. Is it happening? Well, it's
so
early
he
game
already
today.
talked by the time this is out. But
okay. Well, we'll see. Well, maybe we'll have a different reaction if he says, "Well, we didn't. Prices are too high," or he might say that. Guys, we might be able to predict what he's gonna say, but we'll see. I don't know.
All right, I want to squeeze in one more from our friend Amato for sure, and then if we have time, possibly another. But this is he's here to take a victory lap.
Okay.
Joez, BBD, it's Amato in California.
What's
what did
good,
I tell
Amato?
you? The Yankees' #1 priority this trade deadline needed to be Jazz Chisholm. And dude, Cashman must be listening. He freaking went out and got him. And not only did he do that, the guy's been on fire. I told you this is what he needed. I told you Judge was going to be the guy who freaking, takes him under his wing. He's lending him his bat, man. This is it, baby. This is going to be the year. Now, listen, Cashman, I know you're listening. I know you listen to Talking Yanks all the time. This is the next move. You got to take Luis Heel and make him your new 7th and 8th inning man, just like Mariano was back in '96. Do this, and we will win the ring this year, baby.
I can see that. The only thing is you're going to need a starter to step up, which means Clark comes back and he's like Clark.
He's the Clark we saw the first 15 games this season.
The innings is a concern for me. It is. And I love what you're saying. Jazz was a much get for, yes, production, but it's different. Yankees need flavor, bro. They were too bland for a little while. It was like very mundane kind of, and I guess you could be very mundane if you're losing, but like, they needed somebody with a different kind of energy and exuberance and like to be in that clubhouse too, because that also energizes other people. And he's excited to be there. He's excited to be a Yankee. And I love that because as a Yankee fan, you want somebody that's not afraid to be here. And some people run from the spotlight. I think Jazz looks for it, Pop.
I think it's been obviously look, when your first 3 games, you've hit 4 homers and run the way he has and has stepped in so seamlessly at third base like he has. Of course, it's going to feel like this has been perfect so far. You really can't ask for anything better than this right now. He's played with such life. He's obviously the production has been great. The stepping in at third has been great. He's giving awesome quotes before and after games. All
press conferences,
like I've
after. Awesome.
Like I'm, maybe this is just a pointless thing to even bother saying, but like getting him in the middle of the season, there's not time to like over spring training, like be like, calm down, whatever. Like the way they've done with some other guys they've had, like give them spring training as like the ease in. It's been really fun and refreshing so far, and the slumps will come. The team will lose a game with him at some point.
The smile's infectious, guys.
But
it is. I love that. The fact he said in yesterday's press conference, yesterday meaning Tuesday, he said, "Hey man, I'm just out here to try to help us get number 28." It's like, bro, you been here 5 minutes and you talking my language? Let's go. I love that.
That's good.
I love that. So then that's good. We have room for one more.
One more?
Yes.
What's up? It's Mike from Connecticut. I'm seeing a lot of things happening with the trade deadline and not getting enough big names. I'll be honest, I think if we're trying to sign Soto to a long extension like how we tried to be, you can't get big names. Maybe I'm wrong in that. Want to hear your thoughts, but yeah, can't get big names right now. Gotta sign Soto. Jake sucks. Go Yanks.
He said you can't get big names? Is that what you're saying if you're trying to sign Soto?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Well, I think that's part of what the strategy was here. They need to go cheaper on the future years and all that because they're trying to re-sign Soto but not increase the payroll on the whole. Jazz was a big part of that move because he's a kind of a core piece 2 more years after. He's cheap. But
I think it depends on what you're talking. Yankees have money coming off the books in the next couple of years. Like
that's the secret sauce on the Yanks. There's always the next contract coming off.
Not here to save the Yanks any money. So it's just what it is. But I get the sentiment. The priority is to, have as much money to offer Soto or be able to give Soto the money that he deserves. Not that he also money that he wants, which can also be the same thing to me. But I don't know if what you're doing at the deadline is stopping you from doing that unless you're really putting yourself in like you're acquiring like a, I don't know, let me pick out a crazy contract like Charlie. Well, he doesn't even fit it. He doesn't even fit. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a bad contract where you think, oh, this guy's going to have upside because he has good ability. Maybe the Yankees don't want to do that because of that, and I understand. So yeah, we shall see.
We shall see. Thank you, everybody, for calling. Get involved next week. 908-845-5792.
We're here for you.
We're here for you. You're here for us. You're here for you.
Go Yanks. I hope we had a sweep. Bye, guys.
Hit it high.
Voicemails.
Hit it far.
Voicemails.
Hit it sky.
Talking